All right, let's talk about a problem that, honestly, almost every successful business runs into. It's that feeling that you're just constantly chasing work instead of actually growing your business. So let me ask you something, and it might hit a little close to home. Is your business's success, ironically, slowing you down? I mean, you're doing great, right? More clients, more revenue, but you're also drowning in paperwork and endless follow ups. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are definitely not alone. And that right there, that feeling, it brings us to our first big idea. We call it the growth paradox. It's that weird, frustrating point where getting more business somehow starts to mean, well, more problems. So, what is the growth paradox really? Well, think of it like this. It's that tipping point, where you, the owner or the manager, get so completely bogged down in the mechanics of the business, the admin, the follow ups, the data entry, all that stuff, that you have zero time left for the actual strategy. You're so busy just running the machine that you can't even think about where the machine is supposed to be going. And that right there is the invisible wall that stops so many great businesses from really scaling up.
Okay, so to make this crystal clear, let's get out of the theory and into the real world. We're going to look at what we call the anatomy of the chase by digging into a case study about a mortgage brokerage.
So here's the before picture. We've got this high volume mortgage brokerage. On the surface, super successful, closing tons of loans, but behind the scenes, it was absolute chaos. They were just completely drowning in manual, repetitive tasks. And this chart really puts that chaos into numbers. Look at this. A staggering 60% of a broker's day was spent just chasing documents, chasing leads. That left only 40% of their time for the actual work they're paid to do, the high value stuff. I mean, can you imagine losing more than half of your entire day to just busy work? It's wild. And here's where it really hurt. We can break it down into three core pain points. First, you had the lead black hole. A new lead would come in, and it could take 4, even 8 hours to get a response. By then, that lead is long gone. Second, the never-ending document chase. Just constant emails back and forth for payslips, IDs, you name it. And third, the manual updates. Clients were calling every 2 days asking, hey, what's going on with my loan? This wasn't just inefficient, it was creating a really bad experience for their customers.
So the big question is, how do you fix something like this? Well, this is where the digital assistant comes in. See, the solution wasn't to go out and hire a whole bunch of new people. It was to automate all that repetitive stuff.
And this solution was basically a 3-step system. You can think of it like a digital employee that works 24/7. Step 1, get instant speed to lead. Step 2, create an automated portal for all the documents. And step 3, build a proactive milestone tracker so clients always know what's going on. Okay, so to fix that lead black hole, speed was everything. So now, this second a new inquiry hits, an automated text goes out. It says something like, hi, name, I'm looking at your inquiry right now. Got 2 minutes for a quick chat? Just a simple AI-powered text message. But it engaged leads in seconds, not hours. This was an absolute game changer. All right, next up, solving that awful document chase. Now, as soon as a lead was qualified, boom, the system automatically creates a private Google Drive folder and sends the client a link with a super clear checklist of everything they need. No more back and forth emails. The system did all the chasing so the brokers could, do their actual jobs. And finally, to stop those constant, hey, what's up with my loan phone calls, the system plugged right into their loan software. So now, every single time a loan hit a key milestone, like, say, appraisal ordered, the client got an automatic, celebratory update. It kept them in the loop, excited, and feeling cared for. It was proactive, not reactive. All right, so we've seen the problem, we've seen the fix. Now for the part everyone's been waiting for, the automation payoff. Let's dig into the results because they're pretty incredible. First off, check this out. A huge win. Each broker got back 12 hours of productive time every single week. That's a full day and a half. Time they could now spend actually building relationships and bringing in new business instead of being buried in paperwork. And what did they do with all that new free time? Well, they got a 35% increase in their lead-to-appointment conversion rate. That's massive. It proves that the instant text message wasn't just a nice touch. It directly led to more appointments and more money in the bank. But it wasn't just about the hard numbers. The biggest outcome was just a fundamentally better experience for their customers. Clients felt like they were being taken care of, they were always in the loop, and that led to a major spike in referrals. So the automation didn't just make the business more efficient, it actually made it better. So let's zoom out for a second. This case study is a great example, but it points to a much bigger universal principle. And that's the idea of giving your team their time back. It really all boils down to one simple but incredibly powerful idea. If a task is repeatable, it is automatable. That's it. That should be the mantra. It's the lens you need to look at your own business through. And this right here, this is the ultimate payoff. This is what it's all about. Automation lets you shift your team's energy away from the business mechanics, the admin, the follow-ups, the data entry, and over to business strategy. It's a huge mindset shift. You stop just reacting to things and you start proactively building things. And that means more time for growth, better client relationships, and, actual innovation. So I want to leave you with this question to think about. In your business, right now, what's that one repeatable task, that one annoying, time-sucking thing that if you could just automate it would unlock a whole new level of growth for you?